Hello Chase, welcome to round 2 of Pedigree tutorial. In this pedigree we're going to be looking at how to track a sex-linked trait, and that means that it is some characteristic that is carried on the X or Y chromosome. That of course determines the gender. If you're XX, then you are female. And if you are XY, you are male. The X-linked the X-linked traits are typically found on the X chromosome. So if a male has an affected X chromosome, which we would indicate with a lowercase x, that means that the male is expressing that trait. If a female has just one affected chromosome, she is not showing that trait. She is a carrier. For a female to show the trait, she would have to have both recessive X chromosomes. In the example shown here, you have 4 generations of a family. The X-linked trait in question is color blindness, or it could be hemophilia. I don't know. But either way, it's X-linked. So you can tell right away that any male that has the trait must have a recessive X chromosome, because that would mean that they express the trait. And conversely, any unaffected male does not carry the affected chromosome. With that basic knowledge, you can then work through and fill out the different genotypes of this family. This one's pretty straightforward, since those that are carriers are indicated with a half-shaded shape. So this mother here is unshaded, so she has both dominant X chromosomes. This particular son received a Y chromosome from dad and a dominant X or unaffected X for mom. The next daughter in line received a recessive X from dad and a dominant X from mom. This individual does not show the trait. If this was color blindness, this woman would not be colorblind, but she would be carrying the trait. To finish this up is pretty straightforward. What I want you to get out of completing this pedigree is that the father cannot give his affected or an X chromosome to any of his sons. The X chromosome that all sons have comes from their mother. Excuse me. This pedigree here, this is not sex-linked, so you can fill this one out normally. This one is sex-linked, so try to fill this out as if it were sex-linked. This one is also sex-linked, although to be fair, it is the more nuanced X inactivated, which is essentially, I don't want to say that. It still follows the X and the Y, so you'll have to keep track of the X and the Y chromosomes here. And this last one, this one is not X-linked. So there are 2 X-linked pedigrees and one that is not X-linked, but you'll have to keep track of the X and the Y chromosomes. So give that a shot, trying to do this and this pedigree as X-linked, and let me know how you do.